Alright, we're going to do a few matches here with this Lantern control deck that Sam Black top-8'd GP tamper with. It's not playing War of Invention, it's just back to old green-black Lantern, but it does have a slight splash for Kaya. She lines up really well in the format at the moment with all the graveyard stuff running around. This is way more fragile than War Lantern, I can believe that, yeah. War of Invention just makes you, like, really versatile, right? This is, like, no lock pieces. Has a Stirrings to dig for a bridge, and we get to, like, Inquisition on one. If we, honestly, if we could cast this Kaya, I would probably keep this. But the fact that, like, we can't cast Kaya, and we don't have an Ensnaring Bridge, I don't know. I mold these sorts of hands with Whir Lantern, but Whir Lantern also just has, like, a much higher count of, like, virtual copies of everything. It does have Kaya. I'm gonna mold this, I think. I think this is not quite good enough. Alright, this has the lock, which is something. And then we can, like, dig towards our bridge. This hand is not great. This is mostly better. I feel like it's about the same. It's really clunky and awkward. It's probably better than a 5, though, with the Scry. Yeah, we get to filter a bunch of our draws and dig for a bridge and land drops. As long as we, like, hit our land drops with this, it's probably fine. If the London Mulligan was in effect, I'd actually mulligan this, I think, but I'm going to give this a try. Yeah, we're going to keep that right on top. That is great. So I don't want to play the Lantern, even though it gives me a bit of info, because it could let my opponent, like, know how to use their fetch land, potentially. Don't know how legit that is. Maybe I do just want to play it. Yeah, whatever. Cast my card. Get on with it. What was our final record with Mardu Reanimator? We ended up going 2-3 with Mardu Reanimator. We just, like, ran into a lot of graveyard hate, which is not surprising with Phoenix being so popular. Deck was fun, though. Alright, Noble Hierarch is annoying. Even though we do have a Kaya to deal with them, I guess. But we're also, like, we want to get rid of this Inquisition at some point anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate this Pyxis to get rid of the Hierarch. Hierarch attacks underneath bridge, which is pretty irritating. Another Lantern. Ooh, it's humans. I haven't played against humans in ages. Kaya beats Noble, turning bridge into our lock. Yeah. I know Sam was saying that he reckons this build is, like, slightly worse against humans than the Whir builds. I really don't care about them drawing an Ether Vial, but I really don't want to draw a Lantern, so I'm just going to activate this here. Okay, Mox Opal was a good draw. I believe I have to let them draw the Phantasmal Image. I could mill it. I guess they have a Mantis Rider in hand. It's like another Mantis Rider. And I know I'm happy to draw the Opal next turn. So rough. I don't know that we have enough time to build towards a bridge. There is a world in which we want to, like, mill the Opal to try and find a land so that we can cast Trophy on their Mantis Rider next turn. Just, like, keep them off the hasty body. Honestly, it's, like, not unreasonable, but we have so many colorless lands. It's pretty tricky to do. If I don't kill the Mantis Rider this turn, I take 5. I'm on a 3-turn clock minimum. But I do get the trophy next turn. So I have like 3 turns to hit land plus bridge. I think I'm just meant to keep this. Just because I have to be able to cast my bridge. And my trophy. My trophy especially. There's so many colorless lands in this build. Yeah, the Opal will cast trophy next turn. And then we just need to find the bridge. Another Mantis Rider. Yike. Anafenza. Yeah, Anafenza is for the dredge matchup, right? Stop their creatures from hitting the yard properly. She's actually been seeing a bit of play in that deck. Oh wow, is this an image? Jeez. Their draw was strong. Our draw was like very clunky. So against humans, we want this Pyroclasm. We definitely want Kaya, because she cleans up Noble Hierarch. We definitely want the Engineered Explosives. And some number of Welding Jars. I think Fountain of Renewal is probably bad. Yeah, EE seems very good against them. I agree, Leech. I don't know that we want all of these, but we definitely want some number of them. Surgical seems garbage. Get that one out of here. Pithing Needle was not great. Nihil Spellbomb is not great. Crucible was like pretty slow, but I guess you probably just want it anyway, so you can do the Inventors Fair chains, and it's probably better than this stuff. Unmoored Ego, their Noble Hierarchs. Oh my god. I actually don't hate the idea of a Fountain of Renewal. Just because it makes the Noble Hierarch beats matter a bit less once you get the bridge down. Yeah, I agree. Fountain seems better than Spellbomb. I don't know which is better between Fountain and Crucible. Might just be Fountain. But I'm going to try this. I don't know how important the Crucible is to the Inventors Fair chains, or I've not played this version before. Ooh, this pad is pretty nice. We've got the Thoughtseize into the bridge. It's turn 3 bridge. So there are like a number of things they can land before then. It's like not ideal. We don't have any lock pieces, but it's really hard to turn down Thoughtseize into bridge, I think. We can't draw too many more lands yet, otherwise the bridge isn't very effective. We have to top deck pretty well, for sure, with this hand. It's kind of awkward. It's almost worse than a 6-card version of this hand. Like, if you just take out any land, it's like a better hand, just because you can empty your hand faster. It's a bit awkward. Right. Fire off this Thoughtseize. See what's going on over there. Hierarch, Rider, Thalia, Lieutenant. So we just take the Thalia. Because she stops us getting down bridges early. Which definitely seems like the scariest card in that hand. The most disruptive one. They can't even cast the Ether Vial. I didn't notice that. It's kind of funny. Their double Ziggurat hand. Awkward. Alright, we need to not draw any more lands, please. Each land we draw is a lot of damage to take. Okay. Every time humans can't cast Vile because of Ziggurat, you feel vindicated. Ah! So stupid. God damn it, Palia. Alright, I'm just gonna pass the turn, I guess, and see what happens here. And save the trophy for a freebooter or a meddling mage. What lantern is this? Lantern of Insight. It's a deck that gets down an Ensnaring Bridge, and then controls the game with Lantern of Insight and Codex Shredder, which means you get to see the top card of your opponent's deck, and if it's a card you can't deal with, you can mill it, and if it's a card that doesn't matter, you let them draw it. So it's like a prison deck. Tries to lock your opponent out of the game, which is quite sweet. Comes the Mantis. Yep. Alright. Do I want to trophy any of these? We do have to use up the trophy at some point. The later I use it, the more damage I'm going to take too. I could just trophy their Noble Hierarch, honestly. And then I go land, bridge, I have 2 cards in hand and only Thalia can attack. I kind of just want to trophy the Noble Hierarch. I feel like the other 2 aren't very relevant at this point. Like, our mana's built up enough that we can kind of ignore Thalia. So I'm just going to do that on end step, just get rid of their Hierarch, because the Hierarch attacks underneath the bridge really well, even if we have no cards in hand. Alright. Like to trophy your Hierarch, please. Get that creature off the board. Ooh, this is like a good one. It means if we draw a Milrock, we can try and start locking them out of the game. So that's like halfway there. But now we're just going to play the bridge, so I take less damage though. Drawing any non-land there was great, agree. Land would have been brutal. Oh, they have another Hierarch. Okay, that's one we have to deal with long term. It's like a lot of damage underneath our bridge. I'm actually kind of happy they just cracked the Horizon Canopy right away. I mean, it makes playing out the Lantern less scary, because they won't know what they're drawing into. Wow. What is it like? What is it like? What is it like to just have it all, chat? And we have an Inventors Fair, which counters the Noble Hierarch. It starts gaining us life. This is great. We get to go find Crucible with Inventors Fair. Assemble the combo. Is this what it feels like to play Tron? This is a feeling Tron players know every day. Yeah, so for those who haven't seen this deck in action before, now that we have these 2 in play, if they ever reveal a card we're scared of, like a Might of Autumn that could blow up our Ensnaring Bridge, we get to mill it. And whenever there's a land on top, we can just leave it there and make our opponent draw it for their turn. Which is really, really sweet. And slightly obnoxious. So this turn I'm going to crack the Inventors Fair to go get a Crucible of Worlds. Because then we get to start using the Inventors Fair every turn for the rest of the game. You also hear Might of Autumn is a powerful magic card. can confirm. Alright, so I'm going to mill this first so I have more info. Kitesail Freebooter doesn't really do anything, so I'm okay with them drawing that one. So we won't have any cards in hand for them to take, presumably. I guess they get to take our Assassin's Trophy, but that's fine, right? This doesn't matter. Oh no, they can't even take the Assassin's Trophy if we're smart. We get to use it to kill the Hierarch. So we can get back this Inventors Fair for all the extra mana, so that we can cast the trophy. We're going to wait to use the trophy until their turn though, because otherwise they get a fresh look. Alright. That's pretty nice. It was a pretty nice game. We have to be on the draw now, which is a lot scarier, but I wonder if the second Fountain is just like really good. I just don't know what I'd cut. It feels like all the cards we have in our deck at the moment are pretty important. Could like maybe cut a Millrock, but this deck is like worse at finding them than Whir-lantern, which makes it like a bit scary. Ooh, this hand is quite good. We have an Assassin's Trophy for a Meddling Mage. We have the bridge. We have one half of the combo. We also have a Kaya that can clean up Noble Hierarchs for us later. So I'm quite keen on this hand. I want to just cast my Mox Opal now because of Fadia. Did they mulligan? They did not, so there's no reason to do the bell here. Oh my god, Max, that sounds like a special circle of hell. Jeez. Ooh, they have the freebooter. But, because we have this trophy, they're like forced to take the trophy instead of the bridge. Yeah, we're meant to blind mill Nucleo. That is correct. Because we also have, like, Academy Ruins in our deck, right? And Humans doesn't play Surgical Extraction, so they can't punish us for milling ourselves. The only thing that really would punish us is if we mill the Crucible, we can't, like, go find the Crucible with an Inventors Fair anymore. But I don't think that's too big a concern in this matchup. Milled the Lantern! No! We suck at this game. Is it crazy? Kinda want to play EE for 0, so I can get down my bridge before they play another Freebooter, or a Phantasmal Image, or a Meddling Mage. I kinda like that, because it turns our Mox Opal on. I think I'm gonna do that. I just want my Mox Opal to be online so I can cast the bridge this turn. Yeah, exactly, July. Just get an artifact in play. If they slam a knight, it's really bad for us. But the thing is, they have like 2 or 3, probably 2 Knight of Autumns, whereas they have 3 more freebooters, 3 or 4 Phantasmal Image, and 4 Meddling Mage, all of which are just like really, really good against this bridge in our hand. And we can kind of answer them with the Engineered Explosives, but feels kind of slow to me. I don't know. It's obviously very scary though. They could just have the Knight of Autumn, and then we'd be in a lot of trouble. Sick. Rewarded. Now we just need a like Lantern, Academy Ruins, Ancient Stirrings, Welding Jar. We have a lot of really, really good draws available to us, basically. Well, they get to make another Noble Hierarch, though. Scary. Yeah, I could have killed the Noble. I was just scared about them making another freebooter. It's weird. This is like a good draw and a bad draw. It's like kind of bad because it means the freebooters get to hit us, but I guess that makes no difference. Currently, Noble Hierarch attacks for a similar amount. It's kind of good because it gains its life and then goes and finds a lantern. I don't think we have a Pyrite Spellbomb, Nucleo. Because this deck is quite bad at making red mana. I guess it's 12 sources. It's actually fine at making red mana. But it doesn't have a Pyrite Spellbomb as far as I'm aware. Which is an interesting decision. Like 12 sources is like what? Almost 90% to have it. Alright, this is fine. It doesn't actually do anything at this point. Oh no, that's another Noble Hierarch. Jeez. Have to beat triple Noble Hierarch. Yeah, that's fair, Steve. That's fair. Let's do E on 2 instead, since it beats a lot of the things we were scared of in that position. Alright. I really want to activate this Inventors Fair, but I guess I only take 1 more damage. By, it's like kind of 2 more damage, because the Fair gains us life if we cast this. This is a tough turn. This is a really tough turn. If I play the Shredder, I can start aggressively milling myself to try and find Pyroclasm too, and recur a Pyroclasm. I'm then only taking 2 damage a turn because of the Inventors Fair. I think I'm just gonna play this. Don't know if it's correct. I think cracking Fair is like a bit slow, whereas this buys us like 2 life, and then we get to start milling towards Pyroclasm. Because you can use the Codex Shredder to buy back a Pyroclasm from the graveyard. Yep, that one's not too scary, in that it does nothing. Mill to Horizon Canopy, that's good for us. Card is annoying. Alright, get to gain a life. Hey, that is a lantern. And then we shall see. We will see clearly. Can also crack EE and buy it back with Academy Ruins. Yeah, you're right, Nucleo. I just figured that out myself. What decks does Whir, Prison Fear, and Lantern Fear? That's a good question. I've not really played with this version much. I know when I played with the Whir build of Lantern, I was really scared of Tron. But I've heard this build is a lot better against Tron, because you have Ghost Quarters and Surgical Extraction, both of which help you a ton. Oh yeah, Cryptic Command decks can be a problem. I always found Jeskai was like kind of even, but blue-white was really, really hard to beat with Whir. I imagine like this version struggles against both of them though. It's really awkward. Getting back engineered explosives and cracking it loses us all our nonsense. I I don't know. I don't know what I'm meant to do here. It's such a tough position. I can just get back a Lantern and then start digging towards removal. They're only dealing 2 a turn, so we have like 4 turns, but each thing we draw that answers a thing by, like, decreases their clock by so much. Worst case scenario, we can crack the E later. Alternatively, we put E on 2, kill the freebooters, and get our Kaya and Assassin's Trophy back, and start blowing up their nonsense that way. Alright, I like that plan. Yeah, I think that's a good plan, Nucleo. I like it. I don't know if I need to do it this turn. I'm wondering if I can wait a turn to get the Lantern on board. I think I kind of can. I think I have just enough life that I can afford to just get this Lantern this turn. Because I have like 4 turns, I believe. It is awkward that casting the Lantern means I don't get to crack EE next turn, but there's a Meddling Mage. Probably have to mill that one. Farlius Lieutenant. Doesn't do anything. It's like 1 damage, right? Which is acceptable. So they attack me for free. Go to 6. Go to 4. So it turns their 4-turn clock into a 3-turn clock. I think that's manageable. I think I meant to let them draw that one. Oh, they can't put our counters on the nobles, but they can on the final turn is what I mean. After their attack on the final turn, they use it to deal 1 damage. So it actually increases the clock by 1 turn. But I think I can beat that. I think I can't afford to give them a fresh draw there. Right, and it means that every Farlia's Lieutenant from now on doesn't matter, which is also really nice. So we're gonna mill my Lantern. It's a Thoughtseize, it's not very good. We're gonna set an upkeep stop. Crack my Engineered Explosives. Oh, we lose our Opal. I mean, we still have to crack it, right? We need to get back the Engineered Explosives. I think it's fine. I think we're going to be fine. Maybe this means we have like 1 mana too few. I think it works out exactly. I think this makes it work out so we exactly don't die in time, pretty much. Oh no, we don't have 2 colors of mana. Oh, this is so bad, frustrating, because I tapped the forest. God damn. I had to not tap the forest. Alright. Heck. Yeah. Made better plays. You can cast it despite Thalia. Oh, they get to take the E from my hand anyway. They drew a freebooter that we didn't know about? Okay. Makes sense. Alright. Well, so they attack us for 3 down to 3, we go up to 4, and then they kill us by putting in a Thalia's Lieutenant. So we have to find an answer this turn with our mill rocks. There's a lot of freebooters they have over there. They will realize it. It's a fairly obvious line. They even ticked up the vial to 2 the turn that they drew the Thalia's Lieutenant. Alright. Activate this Shredder. Activate this Ghoulcaller's bell. Oh my god. Just for the extra tilt equity. Alright, well. Sadness. Sadness resolves. Last ditch. Oh yeah, we should have lantern shuffled ourselves, you're right. What would we have hit? We should have done that. But then we lose to the Knight, right? No, we can't win if we shuffle. Because they draw a Knight of Autumn to kill our bridge anyway. I guess Pyroclasm would answer all these. Maybe we could win from that. It's really, really tough too. We have to like blind hit Pyroclasm out of 35 cards. And then they destroy our bridge. I don't know. Yeah, you have to go blind hit Pyroclasm into find second bridge. We didn't have mana to recur it. We were one shot. Alright. That's like pretty sweet. Like, that game 3 was like pretty great. Didn't feel like I probably made a mistake somewhere along the line there, but don't know if it would have mattered. Oh, I'd have Kaya and Trophy at that point. That's true. That helps a lot. Though they would have 2 lieutenants at that point, which is like a fair chunk of damage. Breeding Pool into Serum Visions. Is this the Mystical Teachings deck? Can't imagine the Mystical Teachings deck is a terribly good matchup if that's what they're on. I'm gonna mill them. Because they left a card on top of Serum Visions. Angel's Grace. Oh, it's Turbo Fog? No. Oh, it's like a weird Ad Nauseam build with Bring to Light. That makes sense. Bring to Light, Ad Nauseam. Yep. Alright. Interesting. What are we doing? I have this Academy Ruins, so I'm like somewhat interested in trying to mill myself. Lieutenant is an atrocious way to pronounce that word. Literally how it's pronounced in this country. Phoenix with a green splash, that's fair. This opening would actually most likely be a Teamer Phoenix deck. Alright, I'm gonna play Pithing Needle and Lightning Storm. Then if we ever mill the Lab Maniac, I guess they can kill us with Bring to Light, but if they're playing that card, but we don't know that they are, they might just a weird build in some different regard. No, I just call it that because that's how it was pronounced. forest. Okay, I'm really confused. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Even a Bring to Light Ad Nauseam build wouldn't play forest, right? I guess I was maybe meant to activate Ghoulcaller's Bell to get more info before playing the Pithing Needle. No, they are just I don't get it. I'm gonna mill myself because I've got this Academy Ruins, so I want to find a lantern. That's a very, very, very good draw. Excellent drawing, Autumn. Bamboozling the opponent is pretty strong against Lantern. It is. Woof. Interesting. So they're just going to use up a Prism on that? Alright. Oh, I meant to play the Spire there, aren't I? So if I mill a Lantern, I want to be able to put it on top of my deck. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Because I can't cast it next turn regardless if I play the Spire. But there's a Glittering Wish Ad Nauseam build. I've seen Bring to Light before. I've not seen Glittering Wish before. That's really interesting. Oh, I guess you can Glittering Wish for Bring to Light. Maybe it works that way. And then you use the Bring to Light to find your Ad Nauseam. Ah! Alright, so they have to use Wish to kill us. Kinda great. Glittering Wish means they probably have outs. Yeah, it does. Yeah, we could Assassin's Trophy the Prism. I'm saving it for an Unlife though. They're getting a Lotus Bloom next turn, so they have like a lot of mana. And there's a world in which we want to cut them off some of it, but I feel like their mana is pretty sorted. And they're looking for a way to win the game at this point. So nice that their Scries don't do anything. Oh, there's a green-black regrowth. That's really interesting. Oh, we can also just trophy the Lab Maniac depending on how many packs they have in their main deck. How many packs does Ad Nauseam normally play main deck? I thought it was just one, but I might be wrong. 2 to 3? Okay. Interesting. The fact that we just blind milled Lab Maniac is so funny to me. They left a card on top, so this Mill Rock is looking nice. Oh, if I mill them enough, I turn off the Lightning Storm kill. That's really interesting. I think I still want to mill myself to find a lantern, but
I swear it was my 6th mill anniversary earlier this week.
Aw, Temperance. Thank you so much for the 7-month resub. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the continued support. And yeah, it might be that because I didn't stream for a couple weeks, they ended up getting like pushed close together. You like announcing the 6th month and then it like immediately becoming 7 because there's like a large gap in my schedule there. But really, really appreciate the support. It means a ton to me. Looks like you came in time for the good stuff. It's some heckin' great stuff. Opponent is deep in the tank, though. I really want to know what I'm going to mill. On opponent. See, I'm probably going to do this match. I might do like one more after this. This is, I'm definitely managing a bit better this stream than I have my last few. My energy levels are kind of recovering. For those who don't know, I had like some fairly major surgery recently, so I wasn't able to stream for a couple weeks, and my energy levels were really low as a result too. But everything's kind of on the up, which is good. Sam does have an Esper list. It is a treat. It is a true delight. This is terrifying. They can just, like, go get a creeping corrosion effect. Or they can go get the bring to light. Like, not actual creeping corrosion, but, like, what's it called? Fracturing gust.
I wish I understood modern well enough to know what's happening, but it's still always great to see the reigning champion play a game of Magic.
Aww, Dashwood, thank you so much for the continued support. I'm glad you're enjoying watching the game. I'm enjoying playing some Modern. It's been like too long since I've done this. Wow, they just get to do fair mode Ad Nauseam. Such a tilt. Alright. Fair mode Ad Nauseam is online. Yeah, I keep cooling like half the things that are being said in chat at the same time, Nucleo. It's kind of great. Worldly Council. The list is wild. Also, I feel like spectacularly dead. Their deck just has a bunch of tutors in it. It feels a lot like the normal Ad Nauseam matchup is not the easiest with this deck, but this one feels a lot harder. Just because they have so many tutors. There's nothing I really want here, right? I guess I could get back the Spellbomb and just like torch their yard in case they have a get a regrowth effect. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in doing that. Get another needle. I'll put another needle on. I feel like they must have a fracturing gust they can go get is the problem. I kind of like torching their yards. They can't get back Lab Maniac. I guess it makes Surgical a lot worse if we draw a Surgical. We have Welding Jars in the sideboard. We could get a second needle, but it doesn't help us against Fracturing Gust. It would help us against Night of Autumn. But right, we have a couple turns here. We don't have super long. So I guess I just mill them. And then I can play out the Spellbomb. I can go ahead and torch their yard now, in case I draw something that I want to play. This gets rid of the Lab Maniac permanently. Okay. They have Bring to Lights in hand, right? I wish we could hit Glittering Wish. Not being able to hit Glittering Wish is sad. Can still take their Bring to Lights though. Is it better to take Bring to Light or Ad Nauseam? Should hit Angel's Grace. No, I don't think I care about Angel's Grace. Yeah, it's Bring to Light or Ad Nauseam. I assume we just take Ad Nauseam. Can they wish for the Bring to Light after you exile it? I don't know how many they... I guess they can. What did they wish for last turn? Didn't they wish for the Bring to Light last turn? Do I just win if I take Ad Nauseam? They have Glittering Wish. I assume they have alternate ways to win in the sideboard. I'm just going to take the Ad Nauseam. We can take a look-see at their deck. Oh, do they have an Ad Nauseam in the sideboard? That they can tutor for in some weird way? Maybe. It's possible they do. So they have 2 Glittering Wishes here and 1 here. They have 1 Pact of Negation left in the deck. This deck is a masterpiece, it really is. Edge of Autumn, jeez. I mean, they could have a Mastermind's Acquisition. It'd be kind of hard for them to cast. Alright. They don't have Acquisition on main deck, yeah. But they could have one in the board. You can't wish for cards in exile, but they only have 3 Ad Nauseam in their deck. Which means there's like a chance they have a 4th in the sideboard. That they can, so they can go... No, you can't access the Acquisition with Glittering Wish though. Yeah, it isn't multicolored. How would they access an Ad Nauseam from the sideboard? It's really interesting. Ooh. What is this tweet you're linking? Oh wow. That's really, really exciting, Cambo. Yeah, the thing is they can't, they cast Glittering Wish. Oh, they got a Cigada? Lol. I feel like that's not going to be good enough. I kind of just want to mill them now. Just because, like, every Glittering Wish we mill just, like, limits their ability to do stuff. Cigada prevents Codex Shredder. Yeah, it's kind of rude. It's kind of rude. Ooh, I can get another Shredder. It doesn't actually do very much because of Cigada. I could get a Crucible and start Ghost Quartering them every turn. Seems pretty reasonable to me. To try and, like, cut them off shenanigans. And this also makes milling with the Shredder on my opponent even better, because we can try and cut them off the final basic in their list, so the Ghost Quarter starts hurting them sooner. Oh my god, Nox. That is such an accurate description. They actually have to use up a Prism counter here, which is nice. Yep. Ah, I didn't mill them. I'm stupid. I just, like, clicked OK. It's fine. We'll just mill ourselves. Keep digging for for things that we want to have access to. It's going to be really hard for our opponent to win this one. I kind of do want a Pyxis at some point because it mills faster. Oh, it doesn't... I'm thinking of the other Sagada, yeah. You're right, you're right. Anyway, this is fine. So do I want to get back Pyxis to keep milling them faster? Do I just want to get Crucible, Ghost Quarter online? Probably just want to get Crucible, Ghost Quarter online. Oh, Chillwave. Sure. Can someone link the instructions on how to access the subscriber Discord for Chillwave? That would be great if so. Alright, let's just do this. I guess what I could do... No, this is fine. Now we get to start blowing up their lands, which is going to limit their ability to do stuff with Glittering Wish when they draw it. Oh, I should have activated this first. They might have the Swamp as the top card of their deck. This is fine though. So they have to race us milling them, beat our bridge, and... Well, they have a Worldly Council. That's a really good one. They should they have done that in response to our Ghost Quarter? Because they had 4 land types and now they only have 3. Yeah, we knew about the Worldly Council. We don't really know about much that's of interest anymore. So I'm just going to close this. But yeah, the opponent's list is so wild. I guess we technically know most of it because of the Surgical. We just don't know the sideboard. They have a Bring to Light for Glittering Wish. Okay. Oh, I should mill them. I could hit the one remaining wish. I keep messing that up. It's fine. I'm still learning the deck, right? I'm gonna get everything right first time round. They got a Fracturing Gust. Yep. Can kind of beat that one, amusingly. Just about, anyway. Yeah, we're gonna trophy a land. They are capable of beating that, but it's like pretty hard for them. Interesting. Alright, so I can go Ghost Score to kill a land, trophy a land. We know they have a Stomping Ground in hand, so they can still cast this next turn. It's not clear that's the best thing for me to do. It might be better just to have an extra land in play so I can, like, rebuild more easily. Oh, did they discard the Stomping Ground? They did. Yeah, they did discard it to hand size. You're correct. What I'm going to do, actually, to start, I'm going to see what's in their hand. So There aren't that many good targets for the surgical left anyway. They can definitely cast that next turn. They only have one Glittering Wish left though, and the Lightning Storm. I guess Mana Monkeys. So I have to cast a bridge to force them to use the Fracturing Gust. I can't keep them off of having the Fracturing Gust next turn. So I'm gonna play the Ghost Quarter. Cast my bridge just to force them to do it. They don't have 2 basics, but they only need 5 mana for this. And they have lands in hand. So we only cut them off of 2 lands this turn, which isn't enough. The next turn, once we force them to use this Fracturing Gust, we just play a backup bridge. So the Sigarda still doesn't matter. Yeah, we surgicaled them earlier, Bobbin, so you should be able to find their whole list. Definitely want an upkeep stop, because I want to be able to get back some of this stuff. If they Fracturing Gust me main phase, which they're probably going to do. Opponent is definitely on some wonderful jank. Oh, they're just passing the turn. Interesting. Right now I definitely just mill them. Rather than myself, because I need to get the I want to get the Lightning Storm out of their deck if possible. Because it makes it so much harder for them to kill us then. I could recur something here. I guess I want to. Just get this Pyxis. Oh, Blackwell J with a tier 2 sub. That's amazing. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. I really appreciate that. Everyone get some love in chat for our new sub. That's incredible. Thank you. I'm just gonna get back this Shredder, I believe. Because it just helps me rebuild a lot faster once they Fracturing Gust. And I don't believe I'm playing it. I don't think there's any need to. I should not have tapped this. Again, that was very silly because I've got Trophy in hand. I don't think it actually changes very much, but... yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn. Still get to mill 2 cards a turn. Alright, here comes the Gust. What decks did I already play? Earlier we played a Mardu Reanimator deck. We ended up going 2 and 3 with it, which, like, oh wow, we hit both their outs. I think this means we win. I'm not 100%, but... because we have the bridge for next turn. I don't think they have any win cons left. Aww. Thank you so much, Blackwell. No worries about it taking a while. I totally understand if, like, people can't afford to help in that sort of way. But it means a lot when people do help and show that support. Really appreciate it. This is game 1. Yeah, I've been playing pretty slowly. This has been a very weird and challenging game. Alright, now they die. Don't think they can kill us anymore. Oh, I think the Terry emote, can't, like, has like some spam proof thing on it, sadly. What have you returned to? We ran them out of WinCons, right? We ran a Bring to Light Ad Nauseam out of WinCons, brave guy. Unmoored Ego seems very good. Beyond that, I am a bit overwhelmed. What is bad? We kind of need some bridges in the deck, but I don't think we need all 4. You're pretty into spamming that. It's a good thing to spam. The Pithing Needles are actually good. I assume our opponent will be better at answering them post-board, but we probably want like some. Maybe trim 1. Spellbomb's like whatever. I don't know. Kind of happy with a lot of our main deck. Some combination of this stuff is not terribly exciting. You like Claim because it gets Unlife and Ramp. Yeah, Claim seems good. Agree. Agree completely. Oh, isn't Gaddock Teeg insane? Gaddock Teeg seems fully absurd. Yeah, we definitely want the Teeg in the deck. On these egos, trim like a trophy and a needle. Is there anything else we want? Oh, Grafdigger's Cage. Just checking, this does not stop Bring to Light, right? Because you don't cast the card from your library, you exile it and then cast it, I'm assuming. Let's have a look-see. Bring to Light. Thank you, Nuclear. Hopefully that shows up. Search your library. Exile that card. Yep. Okay, so it does not stop Bring to Light. I'm just going to bring in a Welding Jar or 2. Over a trophy, maybe over a Kaya. Let's try this. Yeah, Cage never quite does exactly what you want it to. Ooh. Seems fine. It's not exciting. But, having the Thoughtseize is pretty big. I don't know. It's like a very medium hand, but I think I'm going to keep. Yep. Right. I'm very tempted to just go to the next game, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this game is gonna be tricky for us to win. Involves recurring this Nature's Claim of this Codex Shredder. No, they cracked it. Damn it. I was hoping they wouldn't. It was like bated breath. Don't crack your fetch land. Don't crack your fetch land. Kneeling Lotus Bloom seems nice. Yeah. It doesn't actually work. It doesn't stop mana abilities. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they win this one. It's like possible we're just meant to scoop here. Gotta play Phyrexian Revoker instead. I actually used to play Phyrexian Revoker in War Lantern because it would shut down the chromatic card. Wow, so punished. Now we can't recur things from my yard this turn. Well. So I think I forgot to do a mill there because I'm F6ing. Should just do it now. Yeah, I guess the plus side is if I try and play like reasonably fast, maybe I use up a bit of my opponent's clock here. Catch up, make game 3 a bit less stressful. Because, you know, I am well known for my ability to play reasonably fast. Question mark. Ellipses. Aww. Cyrene89, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn, it means a ton to me. Everyone get some love in chat for our new knight. Oh wow, they have the Glittering Wish. You get to go get a Fracturing Gust or a Bring to Light. Interesting. Interesting. Like, Ad Nauseam is definitely capable of getting there on 5 card hands. But I agree they need to have like a pretty good hand to do it. For sure. You just need to cut them off mana knowing they have the Bring to Light in hand. I'm going to mill myself to speed things up. And then probably F6. Ooh. Right, just F6. I don't know, I'm pretty excited for the all Planeswalker set. I'm interested to see how limited plays, right? It's gonna be wild seeing how limited it is with this new set. Is this an activated ability? Kind of funny. Lol on that card name. Opponent is amused. Another Leyline, huh? Yeah, I'm interested to see what design space they explore with all the new Planeswalkers. I'm expecting like some wild stuff. Oh, I needed to mill upkeep. That was so bad. Jeez, that was pretty bad of me. God damn. No, I'm just gonna make them kill me. I'm just gonna F6 a bunch, I think. Just because I need to catch up on time a bit for game 3. Yeah, we should have upkeep stop set, I agree. I'm just out of the habit. I don't think we need them this turn though, because I'm drawing the Ghoulcaller's Bell, regardless of what they do. Oh, Codex Loop, Nature's Claim, yeah. I can even, like, should have done that to get rid of the Prism, right? Just to limit their mana, slow them down. And then I get to, like, start killing Leylines. Yeah, I should have done that to kill the Prism. Slow them down a bit here. Ad Nauseam enters the exile zone, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't keep them off playing lands each turn, but if they don't have the 5th land, brick on it for a couple of turns, maybe that gives me, like, enough time. Or at least, like, uses up more of their clock, so, like, we're playing game 3 on an even footing. What sideboard cards do they have in, if any? This is also relevant, seeing... So they just have Leylines, they have 4 of them. But they only seem to have Leylines as sideboard cards. Which makes sense, because they need lots of cards for Glittering Wish to go find. How are they winning? They have a Lab Maniac. They go Lab Maniac Serum Visions. Right? And they get us that way. Gets around the Pithing Needle. I'm like pretty medium on these Pithing Needles. Don't know what else they would be though. We have so many like unexciting cards in our deck in this matchup. I guess Kaya can actually end the game in like a moderately timely fashion and kills Lotus Blooms. Maybe she's better than something. Yeah, the fact that Kaya can pop a Lotus is pretty nice. I agree with that. They don't seem to have any artifact destruction main deck, and obviously they can tutor it, but I don't know if that makes Welding Jar good enough. I think we just have to like try and keep them off of their tutors. Oh, we need trophies for Leylines. Jeez, I'm silly. I should have just like maybe not taken out the trophies in the first place because of Leylines. Maybe that was bad. Yeah, trophy's actually really good because it kills Leyline. I missed that in the original sideboarding. Bit of me wonders if Pithing Needle's just like not good here. Because if they're resolving an Ad Nauseam and drawing their whole deck, we're probably dying anyway. Let's try this. Oh, so we have perfect draw steps for the entire game, but no interaction. I suspect this is a mulligan. Definitely have a lot of medium cards in our deck though. It's not like replacing 2 of these with random cards in our deck is necessarily even that good. The combo is quite good. And this turns into a spell in a few turns. I don't know. Use these to dig for Thoughtseizes and Surgicals. Yeah, with the Academy too. And they don't have a Leyline. So excellent news. I do have a Lotus Bloom. That's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. Oh wow, they have 3 Lotus Blooms. I did not notice that. It's a lot of Lotus Blooms. Oh, Gaddock Teeg shuts that one off, so I don't think I actually care about it. I'm just gonna mill this Academy Ruins. Kaya. A Lily Evil laugh is pretty adorable. I'm glad you appreciate it. And before they cast Lightning Storm on Teeg. Look at this clock. Attacking from all the angles. I think I want to mill the Leyline. They get to cast the Leyline and then we can't Thoughtseize them anymore. I don't know. And then we can't Codex Shredder them anymore. Maybe this is aggressive. Alright. I'm happy with them drawing a land. Alright, we need them to not have the kill here, but it's pretty hard for them to have it. They need like Lotus Bloom. They need a Glittering Wish basically. Yeah, they need a Glittering Wish to really punish us here, because a lot of their big spells they can't cast with the Teeg in play. So we just need to fade Glittering Wish, I say, as they shock themselves and cast something really scary. That one's good. Oh, they can't cast Leyline through Teeg. I'm really silly. You're correct. I'm not used to having Gaddock Teeg in my deck. I'm used to dying to Gaddock Teeg. Hopefully we don't get punished for it and we just have a great time. A great card underneath this Mox Opal. Would be ideal. Aw, hey Guilty. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I'm doing quite well. I wonder if I don't even care about, like, even if they could resolve a Leyline, I don't actually care about it, right? Because I can Codex Shredder back this Nature's Claim whenever I want, and then Academy Ruins back the Codex Shredder, so I can just answer Leylines whenever I need to. If I do draw Thoughtseizes and stuff. So, like, I think the Leyline was just irrelevant anyway. Pretty loose play on my part. Aw, thank you, Guilty. I'm glad you like it. I actually just got it redone yesterday. Kinda like how it's looking. I showed the wrong side because I am a derp. This is Lantern. This is Sam Black's Lantern list that he top 8'd GP Tampa with. What? 6 mana? They actually have the Glittering Wish? God damn, no. No. This is the one card we can't beat. This is the one card we can't beat. Grump. Yeah. Believe this means we die. Those glittering wishes are so good against us. It's so hard to beat my opponent just having a bunch of demonic tutors in their deck. Like, the normal Ad Nauseam matchup for Lantern is actually, like, kind of challenging, but as long as you can get the Ad Nauseams out of their hand, you stand, like, a decent chance. But, my opponent just has, like, so many tutors in their deck between Bring to Light and Glittering Wish. How do you mill opponent's sideboard? Tap Codex Shredder. Target. Mill one card from either target player's deck or sideboard. The list was kind of sweet. Agree. Hey there, Zoot. Good games. Your list is wild. I've not played against Glittering Wish Ad Nauseam before. Yeah, the VOD will be available, so you can go back and watch it. Any artifact turns on the Mox Opal? I think this is a keep. It just needs like a 1-mana artifact to work. You can make a picture of your list? Awesome. I know there's a few different people in chat who wanted to see it, so I know Bobbin was asking about it too. Alright, fire off this Mox Opal, pass the turn. Aw, thank you so much, Fan Legend. Appreciate that. I can't actually remember that event, but it's probably quite a while ago. I miss playing at Excelsior though, that store is wonderful. Yeah, it's a good 1-mana artifact, the Nihil Spellbomb. Huh. I am not going to mill my opponent with this Codex Shredder. So they're on GDS, this means. Maybe setting up for a turn 2 Angler. Alright, so we have to play the Spellbomb. Cast this Ancient Stirrings. See what we find. It's not a very exciting find. Alright. I'm actually just going to go ahead and crack the Spellbomb, I think. Because, pretty likely to draw into a 1-mana artifact anyway, and I think they're probably a Gurmag Angler deck. Cool. Let's pass the turn back. Should we wait if they're a Gurmag Angler deck? Oh, maybe we should squirm it. That's a good point. Like, try and get this fetch land too, yeah. That's probably a slight mistake on my part. Fort Scour, yep. So they still can't cast the Angler this turn, which is good. If we draw a land, we can actually play a Kaya around Stubborn Denial. Interesting. Just go ahead and cast this Pithing Needle. Yeah, I was pretty amazed I managed to win game 1 Zoo. I felt like I had to get pretty lucky with a lot of my mills to win that. I'm gonna name Street Wraith. I'm wondering if I just want to cast this Kaya and just hope they don't have the Stubborn Denial. So I feel like if they have a Stubborn Denial, it's always going to counter something good. And keeping them off a Gurmag Angler if Kaya does resolve is so good for us. If they use a Stubborn Denial on Kaya, that's a Stubborn Denial that's not getting used on an Ensnaring Bridge. Sick. Oh. This is pretty delightful. This is like fully nonsense. Oh, they could have a Death Shadow here. Would be quite scary. Except Kaya exiles Death Shadow. Because this is absurd. She shuts down both Death Shadow and Gurmag Angler. How is that reasonable? Oh my god. Is Kaya just busted? Kaya's pretty great. They also die in 2 turns to Kaya Ultimate, right? That keeps Kaya Ultimate under check. Interesting. Yeah, 3-mana Planeswalkers are a thing. They certainly are. They could have 2 Death Shadows. I guess even 1 Death Shadow makes us minus Kaya, which then means Snapcaster kills Kaya. So this actually kind of works for them. We need to find a bridge at some point. For sure. Bridge. It's not exactly a bridge. Depending on what they have in hand though, maybe exile their Death Shadow and then they don't have any threats other than the Snappy and we have a bunch of time. Dead to Pyxis plus Kaya. We can't ult Kaya this turn, sadly. She's down to 3 loyalty because of the Snappy attack. Oh, I should have exiled the Death Shadow first. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong with me today. wow. I'm so silly. Yeah, that's a game-losing mistake. So if they have exactly one threat and a Stubborn Denial and like a Fatal Push in hand, then sequencing the other way around just like takes them off relevant cards. Interesting, they're putting it in the yard for Colligan's command? Or something? Yeah, K command, yep. Or for the Angler. That's also fair. I guess they're doing nothing else with the push. God, I really hope I don't lose the game to that mistake. That was so embarrassing. I mean, the game's still far from over. Comes the fish. Yeah, we could have maybe Thoughtseized this. You want a new 1-mana Planeswalker that's just 3 counters, -1 scry 1, -2 draw a card, and maybe a -3. I'm wondering if they'll do any more designs like that. Alright, activate Pyxis, keep milling myself. Desperately looking for an Ensnaring Bridge here. That's a good draw. Helps us dig to Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. Stirrings is nice. Yeah, Stirrings gives us a lot of looks at a bridge. For sure. Which feels pretty important. We're dead to Bolt now with this, but I think we're just meant to draw the Stirrings. We could mill before the Stirrings, we could. I think milling before or after Stirrings are like functionally the same. Because we're casting the bridge next turn either way. Alright. Need to find an Ensnaring Bridge. Need it next turn. Bloodstain Mire. You can absolutely draw Bloodstain Mire. Alright, pretty happy to get rid of the Sleight of Hand. You think land is better than second Lantern there? It might actually be. We've got Shredders, right? That's fair, Dasher. I feel like if we find the bridge, we're pretty much a lock to win the game anyway. So I don't know how much of a difference it actually makes. But I agree that land is probably better. Alright. Please don't have the K command. The Stubborn Denial. Come on. Don't let me die to my mistake. Let there be no justice. 0 justice stream. Confirmed 0 justice stream. The thing was good enough. Alright. Heckin' nice. So we want these. Don't think anything else looks appealing. What cards are bad? So Surgical does not seem great, although it does fight over Snapcaster. Kaya seems very hilarious versus GDS, I agree. Pithing Needle can shut down EE, so I don't really want to call all of them. I know Sam cuts some number of lanterns, which is what I do with the Whir version. It's a bit scarier to do with this version, just because it's much harder to find them when you want them, but I kinda dig it. Kinda like something like this. Yeah, Needle's not great either. I agree. Needle's only good against Street Wraith and Engineered Explosives already. I think I'm gonna do this though, and see how it plays. I know the Whir version, you're actually meant to take the draw in this matchup. No, we're in the competitive queue now. God. This hand. It has our ley lines, it has like double Inventors Fair, 0 other relevant cards. Good afternoon, Shops. Good to see you. I don't know that this is a keep. I know it has the ley lines, but it seems so bad. Yeah. This hand also does nothing against them. Jeez. Alright. I mean, this is like maybe the best hand, I guess. Potential for turn 2 Kaya. How does this deck ever win? Excellent question, Shops. I must admit, so far I am less enamored with this version than Whir-Lantern, even though I could imagine that this version is better at the moment, because Whir-Lantern is really bad at the moment. Getting to play like 4 instant speed tutors that like turn your entire decks into a toolbox is really nice. Actually gonna name Engineered Explosives instead of Street Wraith here. Name Polluted Delta and get 'em. Got 'em eyes. Honestly, considering we're on a Multi-5 against GDS, it might have been correct just to name Polluted Delta and cross our fingers. Go for the Mize value when you're like in a position where you're really unlikely to win. Damn, if we get the 7, their Thoughtseizes would have done nothing. Although we also wouldn't have had, you know, good cards in our hand, so I don't know how relevant that is. Just name Death Shadow. Keeping the 7 is like Thoughtseizing yourself, so is mulling to 5, but Need like land, bridge, and for my opponent to have zero relevant spells. Yes, that's a land. I need to be more specific, chat. Wasn't specific enough. I have never played that before, okay. Also did not know that there's a sequel. I honestly haven't actually heard of that before. There's like an RPG thing. Another excellent draw. Truly. Only the best draws on this stream. I mean, gotta try it, right? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna bet up for this game. I don't think we're ever beating, like, Faithless Looting Pleasure. Hey, so we can't even cast Bridge anymore. Let's move on to the next game. They had it. How unfair. How unreasonable. Alright, with Whir-lantern you're meant to take the draw. I assume you're meant to take the draw with this version too, in this matchup. They have like so many Thoughtseizes and stuff that you never get the things you care about in underneath them. And you just want the extra card instead. Hand seems fine. It's so much harder to do the board out your lantern strategy in this matchup. When like you have so many more mill rocks because you don't have Whir of Invention in your deck. And the mill rocks just like don't do anything as a result. We have one Kaya main, one Kaya board. Yep. How's Lantern going? Not terribly well, I must admit. This, it has felt very clunky. The lack of Whir of Invention is just like really frustrating. It makes the deck feel kind of inconsistent by comparison. But it's nice to be back streaming. Also, thank you so much to Phil. Gifting that sub to Kay. That's really nice of you. Thank you so much. Do I prefer the Whir having tried this? I much prefer playing it. I don't know if it's like better or worse. Like I'm aware that Whir is just like poorly positioned at the moment anyway. Whir-lantern that is, not Whir-prison. Whir-prison is great, but I'm aware Whir-lantern is just like poorly positioned anyway. But certainly feels a lot I will say Whir-lantern is a lot more fun to play than this, just because the ability to like the fact you just have 4 tutors in your deck and your deck's like a lot more consistent feels like what you're doing is a lot more powerful as a result too. Ancient Stirrings, contrary to popular opinion, is not a tutor. Accurate. I love how tilted you're getting shots. It's hilarious to me. I'm like a little bit tilted. It's all ogre for you. Oh my god, Phil. Gifting that sub to Andrea Mangucci. You're a ridiculous human and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Wow, this is such an aggressive surgical. I can't imagine a world in which our Codex Shredders actually end up being like relevant here. Seems like my deck is locking me out. It does seem that way. Prison hype. Yeah, it's not going terribly well, Andrea. Alas. Oh my god. Hey there, Joy. Now we can't bait them into playing a Thoughtseize to take this Leyline. As long as they never draw a threat, we're fine. Incoming Liliana of the Veil. She Liliana is fine because we can then draw Pithing Needle. Alright, opponent. Do your worst. Interesting. Snap Thoughtseize. Snap Surgical. Okay. Get to take my Ancient Stirrings. Go wild. At least we don't have an Ensnaring Bridge in our yard. Apparently that Sam lost a few games. Lost like a match at the GP to his opponent just going turn 1, Thoughtseize you, Surgical you on bridge. Like 2 games in a row in both post-board games. It sounds like horrific. Alright, kinda getting there. Opponent's still not killing us. Which is really, really kind of them. Oh my god, Phil. Thank you for doing that. Alright, so we activate Pyxis first because we could hit their basic island with the Pyxis. And then we trophy the Death Shadow, which hopefully gets a Stubborn Denial out of their hand. No Stubborn Denial. It's entirely okay with me. Means they're not killing me, for starters. Alright. That's actually a really good draw. If there's a Stubborn Denial, it doesn't actually do anything. Might I actually win this game? Like... Oh, Phil. Thank you for gifting that sub to Freed Mania. So many gifted subs today. That's so kind of you. Oh, they're getting back the Death Shadow with Colligan's command. Alright, now we have to get rid of the Stubborn Denial, I guess. Because it's going to be live with the Death Shadow in play. And they're going to target the Pyxis to tap it. Or they're going to make us discard. I guess that works too. I don't really care about this Leyline though. I'm just going to activate this. I don't want to have to grind through the Stubborn Denial once they have a Shadow in play. Wall Scour is also really annoying. A Mega Tau of the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate the support. Everyone get some love in chat for our new Knight. Celebrate their arrival. Or maybe they were scared of us casting the Leyline shops, which is an aggressive stance to take. We need to find a bridge, I guess. So I need to upkeep this Pyxis, just like dig for bridge as aggressively as possible. A lot of the cards in my opponent's deck don't do anything anymore, which is something at least. This is a strip mine. It's kind of funny. Cut them off red mana. I think I'm just meant to wait until they have a good card on top there. Oh my god, Phil! Ah! Ah! Oh my god, Phil. Thank you so much. Gifting 5 subs to the channel. That's so kind of you. Jeez. Aww. Thank you, Omega Tau. That's really nice of you to say. I don't really know how we beat this. I guess they have to not draw some way to damage themselves. By the way, we've had a bunch of new subs over the last couple hours. If you want to access our subscribers only Discord, it's a really good Discord. It's really active too. Follow the instructions in chat. There's another link within that instruction for the Discord setup. If you link your Twitch account and your Discord account, you will then be able to find the Discord. Sometimes it takes about an hour to show up after you subscribe, because it takes like a little while for Discord and Twitch to sync up, but definitely worth checking it out. It's a really good Discord, I think. Really, really happy with how it's been growing. Yeah, jamming some Lantern, Jonathan. It's not going terribly well, it must be said. Get the impression I will not be playing this one at MC London. It's been kind of fun though. It's been a fair while since I played any Lantern. Oh geez, they have a Hercules recall. I think this means we're dead? I didn't feel like I could shuffle the recall, but I don't think we can win anymore. Which is a pretty fitting end. Like, I can shuffle my deck to find a bridge, but then they just recall me. Alright, GG's opponent. Gosh darn it. That was a painful league. We got demolished. What did we face round 1? I know we faced Glittering Wish Ad Nauseam. I can't remember what we faced round 1 though. Oh, it was humans. It was humans we faced round 1. It was actually really close. The humans matchup was the really, really close one. The other two matchups of the deck, like, we just kind of floundered. But the games against humans were neat. Like, a lot of, like, racing and trying to pick apart their disruption. Thanks for that gifted sub, Phil. Gifting that sub to David. Really appreciate that. Alright, let's see who I'm gonna go send a little raid to. Who's streaming Modern? I guess is the question. I don't actually know any of the people streaming Modern, so I might end up sending y'all elsewhere. I haven't actually raided Corey before. Corey's doing some drafts, so like, totally understand if any of y'all aren't up for watching some drafts. But if you do want to see some, then I'm going to send you to Corey's way. Is Amy actually streaming? I did not see that. No worries. No worries, Dokamoy. Oh, I'm not streaming MTG. Okay, I'm probably just gonna send to an MTG channel. Sorry, Influex. Just heading away now. been streaming for about 4 hours, and I'm still recovering from surgery, so I'm still like, you know,